Hi, my name is Roopan, and I am the Man in the Wild. And in today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at some wild animals found in Trinidad forests. Stay tuned for that.
In Trinidad, we have many wild animals roaming through their natural habitat of our forest. Observing these animals is one of the best way to learn their habits and behaviors. For example, here we have an agouti. The agouti is a rodent. It is one of the many rodents that can be found in Trinidad. Some of the other rodents are mice, rats, the Man-E-Coe, squirrels, porcupines, and hedgehogs, which are both found in Trinidad, as well as the lap and the capybara. These are some of the other rodents that can be found in our Trinidad forest. The agouti is a diurnal creature, which means it is active during the day and rest during the night, which is different to nocturnal creatures, which are active during the night and rest during the day. This agouti is searching the forest floor for fallen seeds and nuts, which it will consume. When the seeds and nuts are in season, there is an abundance. So the agouti will collect the extra seeds and nuts and bury them for consumption at a later date when it is not in season. Some of the seeds and nuts that are buried by the agouti do remain in the ground and germinate into trees. These trees then produce future seeds and nuts that feed the agouti and its future generations. Being a diurnal creature, the agouti usually feeds during the day. Its feeding time is usually between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and in the afternoon they usually feed from approximately 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Because the country of Trinidad is just about 10 degrees above the equator, we usually have sunrise at 6 a.m. and sunset at 6 p.m., which would give us approximately 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night throughout the year. So the agouti would feed for approximately 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon before it goes to bed. It is now the afternoon period, and the agouti has returned for a final feeding before it settles into its nest for the night. Male agoutis are very aggressive. They control a territory that can sometimes have a circumference of miles. The male agouti control all the female agoutis within that area. Any male of mating age that enters that territory will be attacked, and if it does not flee, there may be a fight to the death. So there's usually a single male within a certain territory with numerous females within that area. Apart from their aggressive territorial fights, the agouti is usually a gentle, graceful creature, very beautiful. In fact, its smooth fur and gentle movements makes it one of the more beautiful creatures to observe in Trinidad's wild. The Trinidad red-tailed squirrel, locally called the brown squirrel, has just entered the scene. Because the agouti is usually a gentle creature and only fights to protect its territory, the squirrel is quite safe. The squirrel is also a member of the rodent family, which make these two animals cousins. It is not unusual to see these two creatures within the same territory, as they are both rodents and they seek out the same foods. You would find them within the same territory searching for nuts and seeds. In fact, sometime when the fruiting seasons are young, the squirrel may drop nuts or seeds onto the forest floor by accident, and the agouti will benefit from this. So the agouti usually does not mind the squirrel being within its territory. The red-tailed squirrel is so called because of the reddish tinged fur that can be found along its tail and the underside of its belly. Compared to the other squirrels of the world, our red-tailed squirrel will be considered a medium-sized squirrel. The agouti has returned and scared off our little friend. Although they do share territory, they tend not to get too close to each other to avoid any little scuffle over bits of food. The Trinidad Agouti, also called the Brazilian Agouti or the Red-Romped Agouti, is so called because of the reddish tinged hair that is usually found from the center of its back curving around its rump. On average, they can grow to a length of approximately 2 feet. Although I have seen agoutis grow even larger than that in our Trinidad wilderness. It's always a pleasure to watch this animal in the wild. Later that night, the camera detected something stirring. I wonder what it could be. There are many different types of animals in the Trinidad forest. Ah, there it is. It's an opossum, locally called the Man-E-Coe. This marsupial is actually a cousin to the kangaroo, not a member of the rodent family as most people would think. The Man-E-Coe is on the hunt. Fruits, birds, animals, anything he can get in his mouth is usually a meal.
If you found this video educational or entertaining, please click the like button and leave a comment. It goes a long way into helping me produce more videos like this. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you could be notified when I upload future videos. This is the Man in the Wild, and I'm thanking you for your support. I'll see you in the next video.